podcast episode. Dope shirt. Hey, Sucios, are you still in the relationship? Absolutely am. She just called me right now. So if you guys haven't checked out today's podcast episode, Uncomfortable Convos, link is in the bio. We talked about catfishing, hat fishing, dick fishing, all sorts of fishing. Everything but besides regular fishing. So she had to let the ladies know. I've been catfished, and I talked to two, like, I got catfished twice. So how do we ask questions? So once a month I go live, or I put on my IG that I'm going to do like the questions live thing. And then you guys can ask a question there and we'll answer it on these lives. But like you guys can send me a DM and I cut your guys' name out. I never share people's information. So just know that. So check out today's podcast episode, Uncomfortable Convos. Definitely check it out. Link is in the bio. If you guys want to watch the video version, it's on YouTube, link in the bio, or just any audio platform. It's also on there. So definitely check it out. But we're going to get into today's questions. Like I said, there's still some questions left, so I wanted to finish them. I didn't want to cut you guys short. If you guys didn't check out the other lives or missed your questions, the link is in the bio to go to the YouTube where I post the questions. So let's get into the first one. Let me just make sure it's recording over. Yes, it's recording. So, all right, let's go. There's this guy that I find attractive and I want to make the first move for a while, but I feel like I might scare him off. Should I send it? We read that one last time, but I forgot to delete it. My bad. But if shoot your shot, because you never know. Like, you never know when that guy is into you. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they had no idea that you were into him, and then you shoot your shot, and they could work out. I give this story, for example, all the time because I'm sure it happens many other times. This is just something that I've seen. Like, I know this one girl, she like this guy asked him out. They went out, and then guess what? They ended up getting married. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's happened, and it happens. It happens more often than you think, and there's nothing wrong. Shoot your shot. The worst thing you can do is, like, they'll be like, no, or sorry, I'm in a relationship. And now you get this person out of your head. You're no longer like fantasizing about this person because, you know, it didn't work out. So I'd rather have that happen than me in my head. I'm like, oh, we could be so perfect together, you know? No, we don't want none of that. All right, so next question. I shot my shot. I started talking to a guy who's mutual friends with my best friend and her mans. We ended up being friends with benefits. He ghosted me 3 weeks. We ended up seeing each other, effing the next day, but with another. See, it kind of sounds like you may have caught in feelings for him, because like if he hooked up with another girl and it's bugging you, it's because you probably like this dude. And see, this is why you got to stay away with like friends and family. Like, if you dated somebody, avoid the same circle. Like, avoid those same circles because it doesn't end well. Imagine you getting a relationship with your like this guy, and say you get in a relationship with his cousin. Now it's gonna be awkward at family parties, right? Like, it's gonna ruin like family party. It's gonna be awkward. People are gonna talk about you, maybe not to your face, but definitely behind your back. So, and like if you saw him messing around with somebody else, pay attention, because you don't want to catch anything. Like, what if he's out there just hooking up with everybody? So you got to be careful. Don't want to catch anything. If you saw that, you might caught feelings. You never know. I don't know. So, all right, next question. Don't know if I should continue seeing my sneaky link. Our first time S was really good, probably because it was missed time. Your first time in 7 years. I told him I would continue seeing him because I don't like sleeping around, and I thought S would be the same every time, but now he's getting kind of lazy. Thoughts? Well, it's because they get comfortable. Like, when you're with somebody, don't let them get comfortable. Be like, hey, how come you like I want you to do it like this. Hey, do it like this. Like, why don't you do it like this anymore? Like, why are you just like half-assing it? Because the more you let him get comfortable, the more he's just gonna be like, oh, well, she didn't really care this time. Oh, she really didn't care this time. You know, no, you got to bring it up. You got to let people know. You got to let him know what your priorities are. Try new positions. Absolutely, Angie. Just don't let him get comfortable. When you let him get comfortable, now they feel like, oh, I can get by with just this. Oh, I can get by with just this, you know, and so on and so forth. And if you want somebody, either find somebody new or if you just want to be with this one person, like, tell him, yo, be like, what's up? Like, you slacking, or like you're not attracted, or what's up? Should I find somebody else who's going to, do that to me, and I guarantee you he'll whip up into shape. Role play, absolutely. Chris likes to be the barber, and he likes for you to be his client. What's up, Burrola? How are you? Sorry. See, my voice is still a little messed up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I was like, I can't miss a Monday. Thursday's live is probably going to be in Idaho because I'm actually going to Idaho on Thursday. It's so hard to find somebody new. It is that, but that's why you gotta whip them up to shape. You know what I mean? So, anyways, next question. I have a sneaky link for 5 years. We hooked up every week. We bomb S, and we text all day, every day. Does this guy have feelings for me, or is it that cat? If you guys are texting all day, every day, it kind of sounds like you guys caught feelings for each other, because like for a sneaky link or a friends with benefits situation, like why are you guys talking every day? Like why are you guys seeing each other like every week? To me, it kind of sounds like even if you got to the point where you need to ask, it also could mean that you are fighting these feelings, or you have these feelings. Excuse me. What part of Idaho? I'm from Nampa. I used to live in Idaho, in Idaho Falls to be exact, but I live in Arizona now. So friends with benefits should only be friends with benefits. You guys shouldn't be talking every day. You guys shouldn't be texting every day. Like that's a boyfriend girlfriend type of situation, not friends with benefit situation. All right, hold on. Hello, what's up, AZ Cactus Rose? How are you? I am doing great. How are you guys doing? So let me get into the next question. But again, friends with benefits, sneaky link. You guys shouldn't be talking every day. You guys should, like, it should be just, hey, you trying to link up today? What's up? Yeah, boom, that's it. Not, hey, how's your day going? Good morning, like this, that. Like, no, it should not absolutely be that. So next question. I low-key miss my baby daddy. Haven't had a kinky mister like him. He used to suck my toes and what? Armpits. That's the first for me. Miss me some of that. Where the hell are my kinky guys at? And they're hard to find. I love being dominated. I love some kinky is. Does every guy have a kinky side? The guy I was seeing was weird about it. Okay. There's plenty of kinky guys out there. But I have a question for the chat. I have a question for the chat. Like, you guys know I'm gonna ask this, and I need to know. You guys need to be honest. Who here likes getting their armpits licked? Like, don't be lying. Don't be fucking lying to me. Like, let's be honest. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. That was my baby daddy too. These guys are not the. Hold on. I'm when he says no armpits. I want to know about armpits. Nope. Hey, yes, Iga, she's laughing. She's laughing because I'm pretty sure you like the armpits, though. Hell no. Nope for me. No. See, I'm getting a hell no. Nope. Me and he knows. Wait, hold on. So you like your armpits, huh? Like, do you have to put on deodorant beforehand? Like, is that a thing? You know what I mean? Or is it going to taste funky? Like, those are my type of questions. I just love that she said it full send. I mean, okay, let's get past the armpit thing, okay? Let's get past that. Let's act like she never said the armpit part, okay? But yes, there's definitely kinky guys out there, guys who like different things. Some guys may be a little bit shy, but like deep down inside, they may be kinky, and they're just afraid to like express, because they don't want you to be like, whoa, this motherfucker's weird, right? But this is why you have to communicate with your partner and stuff like that. And like, if the guy you're messing with is too vanilla and he doesn't want to, add some plays to his playbook, you gotta find somebody else, because if it's a problem now, I always say this, it's gonna be a problem later. Like, it's not gonna fix itself. Like, here in a few months, you're not gonna be like, you know what? I kind of like vanilla. Vanilla is good. I don't want to get choked out. I don't want my hair pulled. I don't want to be thrown around. I don't want him to F my mouth. I don't want those things. Like, I'm good being vanilla. I met me a freak. It's wonderful. See, there you go. Like, there are plenty of freaks. You just need to find them. All right, hold on. Hello, what's up, Brie? ¿Cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mayeli, ¿cómo estás? How are you guys doing? But yes, there are plenty of freaks. Now, the armpit thing, I don't know about that one, okay? Like, if you told me to lick your armpit, I'd be like, yo, slow your roll, okay? Like, what the fuck? Where's the cameras? Like, who we punking here? Because I don't know about the armpit. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had someone be like, yo, let me get some of that armpit action. You know who I think it is? Like, I'm not trying to, okay, whatever religion you choose, that's up to you. I respect it. Like, you can do whatever you want. But if you guys, people from a Mormon community, LDS community, they can't have premarital S. So what they do is they find workarounds, and one of them is called like soaking, where they just slip it in, right? And then they have somebody else jump on the bed and it moves around, and like technically they're not doing anything. Somebody else is making the movement. Yes, this is absolutely true. Another one is called derfing, which is like dry humping basically. And there's another one, yes, it happened. There was a STD spread about it, like especially back in Idaho where I was from. The guys were sticking their things in the girls' armpits. Not even joking. And then they would go off on the armpits. You know what I mean? Like, yes, that was a thing. I am not lying. I am not joking. You can look it up. That shit is true. So maybe some people got some armpit things. Maybe this girl is from Idaho, the LDS portion. You know, I'm not saying all LDS people are like this, okay? Again, not saying that, okay? Don't be freaking trying to cancel my ass over here. I'm saying that some people, especially the horny young kids who need it to come out, right? They find workarounds, okay? So just letting you know. Just letting you know. That is definitely a thing. And the whole soaking thing, like where they just kind of like just put it in there. You know what I mean? Like put it in there and somebody jumps on the bed or moves the bed. Like technically that's fine. Like to me, I'm like, is Jesus like, oh shit, he's not doing anything. That pussy just happened to freaking be there and it's moving around. Like he's not doing anything bad. Yeah, trust me, when I learned that, I was... How do we get there? Next question. All right. I realized that my ex can't stay committed to one female for long. He's constantly seeking other women weekly for S. Why? Is it like one female can't never satisfy him? Every day he's searching for a new victim. Once she gives him that opportunity, he dumps them for one that he was effing. Now, here's the first thing. The first things first. Like, why are you paying attention to what this man is doing? If this man is going around, like, messing around with different girls, cool, that's on him. Like, why is it bugging you? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you're keeping tabs on him, you know? So, like, maybe it ended badly or something's going on. Like, maybe you still into him. Maybe that's the problem because he's out here messing around, living his best life, doing his thing. But like, if it's bugging you, you know what I mean? Like, but also him messing around, that's on him too. Like, let him do his thing. Like, if he wants to go catch an STD, then cool, let him go do his thing. Okay, that's no longer your problem. And exactly like what over here on IG, if he says that's an ex, let him be. Absolutely, if that's an ex, let him go do his thing. You're done with him. Wipe your hands. Bye. See you. You know what I mean? It's an ex. I'm not sitting out here being like, oh, yo, shit, my ex this, my ex that. My ex is with this person now? Nah, hell no. I don't even, like, after we break up, that's it. I block them, and then that's it. Done. Exactly what Chris said. Expired. So, women are like that, too. True, but maybe he wants another man. Maybe she's getting a little lonely, okay? But if that's your ex, let him be an ex. You know what I mean? Like, leave him alone. Like, he shouldn't, what he does from there forward should not have anything to do. And if he wants to keep fucking up other girls, let him do his thing. Okay. But anyways, let me plug this real quick. If you guys haven't listened to Monday's podcast episode, definitely go check it out. Uncomfortable Convos is a great episode. If you don't listen to it, I'm going to be looking at you like this. Okay. Okay, very disappointed if you didn't listen to it. It's about catfishing, hat fishing, dick fishing, all sorts of fishing besides the regular fishing. Like, we don't talk about that because that's not my thing. But every types of fishing, we talk about it on there. So definitely go check it out. Link is in the bio. Video versions, YouTube, or any audio platform you can listen to it. So it's definitely a good listen. Trust me, it's been doing really well. All right, next question. What's your podcast? Is called Uncomfortable Convos, just like that right there. I actually forgot to turn it off. My bad. All right, next question. I knew a guy who would brag about his D size. I got curious, so we linked up. Disappointed. Oh, even the hashtag. It was literally the smallest D I've ever seen. I told him and had to go block him after that. Why do men gotta lie? Girl, okay, first of all, if a guy is not packing down there, he's not gonna tell you. Like, let's just be straight up. It's funny that I just promoted the podcast. We talked about this, and this question comes up. He's definitely not gonna tell you that he has a small, I can't say it, but it looks like this. He's definitely not gonna tell you he's got a small one of those, okay? So, I would say, like, if you need to see it or need verification beforehand, I would say, I would say FaceTime him and then, like, be sexy with him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's FaceTime. I want to do something, like, something fun. You know what I mean? But that's how you're going to be. If he doesn't want to show you, there's a problem. There's definitely a problem. Like, the problem is, guess what? Hold on. Yes. Probably. Most likely. So, again, guys are not going to be 100% honest with you guys. They're going to lie. They're going to surprise you. They're going to be like, ta-da! And see your reaction, see if you go through with it. And so it just sucks sometimes. There's no way to be like, to tell, like, if he's telling the truth besides FaceTiming him and possibly getting like hey, let's be sexy. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I'm taking off my shirt. Let me see what you got down there. Let me see how hard you know what I mean? Like, do something like that. Okay? Don't, obviously not word for word, and like, do your own thing. All right, next question. All right, how do men like it? Obviously, they like it inside a wet. But how do guys really like S? I want to use but I'm also afraid of if it come off a freak because all I want to do is try and gets it in the back or write it. If you want to try something, just try it, okay? Because what if you like it? What if he likes it? And if somebody doesn't like it, then be like, yo, we tried it. It wasn't what I thought. Like, there was that one viral video that went around saying, like, hey, like, what was one of the freakiest thing that you tried? And the girl's like, oh, I tried it in the booty. It was cool for the moment. She's like, but we're not doing that ever again. And that's how you're going to know, like, what this person is into. Maybe they'll be like, hey, like, let's try this. Give them an open space to be like, hey, let's try this. And if you like it, you know what I mean? Because there's guys that don't like to, like, maybe pull somebody's hair. There's guys who love it. There's guys who love to do something, something. There's some other guys who don't, you know what I mean? Like, there's some guys who like to play with the girl's booty. There's some guys who like their booty to get played with, you know what I mean? There's like a bunch of different things. But the only way you're going to find out is by communication, being like, hey, let's try this. Hey, even if you've never tried it, it doesn't hurt. Give it a try. And if it's not your thing, be like, hey, we tried it, but nah, fam. All right, next question. I don't know what to do. My husband has always wanted but I never agreed because it feels like he's cheating. But he pushes the issue all the time. What do I do? Girl, what he's trying to do, this is what's going to happen. I'm guessing here. This is probably what's going to happen. He's asking for that because he's getting the urge to hook up with somebody different. He's only asking you because he wants the permission to do it, right? And if you give him the permission, now guess what? Now he didn't cheat because you agreed with it. You know what I mean? Like, and if he doesn't get it, again, I'm just assuming here, if he doesn't get it, he's probably still going to try to get it with you not knowing. Okay, so something's going on where he's wanting to include somebody else. Because you don't just go out of nowhere and be like, you know what? I think we should include somebody else. You know what I mean? You feel me? I guarantee you if you say a guy, he's going to be like, fuck no. Like, okay, he said he wanted to have a threesome. You weren't specific with a girl. Like, what's wrong with including another guy now? Like, is that like what's we can do it with another girl only if you let me do it with another guy. You know what I mean? So again, so somebody asked what was the question? The question was like her husband brought up that he wants to have a threesome. She doesn't know if she wants to do that because she feels like it's cheating. And then, but he keeps pushing the issue. So if you feel like it's cheating, it definitely is. Say no. Be like, I'm not comfortable with that. Like, we can try other stuff, meaning like include other toys, X, Y, and Z, like things like that. But if you're not comfortable with it, it's a no. You know, because if you feel like it's cheating, it's cheating. Because I guarantee you, he won't let you include another guy. He's going to be like, what the fuck? No. Listen to this man. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you. So, anyways, next question. Suggestions for anal. Now, I almost said it too. Like, I don't want to get fucking booted off of here. Now, suggestions for this. Now, I did the question thing with Melissa from California. Shout out to Melissa. And that was one of the questions that she got asked is like, would she how to do that, right? I don't want to say it because I don't want to get suspended off of the lives, you know, overly aggressive content. And she said, you need a lot of preparation because you don't want to have an accident, right? And if you guys want to help in the comments, then definitely help in the comments. You don't want to help, or you don't want to like have an accident, so you have to watch what you eat beforehand. You have to be relaxed. If not, it's going to hurt. You know, what else? I think there's also like aftercare or something like that because you could probably have an accident afterwards, is what she said. I'm trying to remember what she said. And I think there was something else, but it's mainly like preparation, relaxation, taxation, deportation. No, I'm just joking. It's just relaxation, preparation, and then like, I think it was like including like stretching it out somehow. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, like getting it ready for that. Like, so there's different things you can do. And if there's people in the comments, definitely help them out. This is why you got to join live, because if you rewatch it on YouTube, you can't see the comments. So start small. AZ Cactus says start small. LOL, jumped into the wrong part of the convo. That's why you have to have headphones to come into these lives. What's up, Paige Hurt? How are you? Chris Cuts, taking a lot of shits before. Working concert, pre-work it, stretch it slowly. Love your content. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Hey, feeling better, Edgar? What's up, Lexi? I'm feeling a little better. Voice, I still feel like my voice is a little messed up, but we're still pushing. We're still pushing. That's what she's. Oh. All right, next question. Oh wait, this is two parts. Part one: I was in a relationship for 8 years. We have a boy together. When we were together for the year one, I found messages on his phone from his baby mom talking about S and pick. On our 3 years, I found messages with a woman who works with both of us, and 2 years ago, the same thing. The same thing happened, talking to someone we both work. I told him I don't want to be with him. He said we will never do it again. I talked to him more than 3 times. I don't want nothing with him. I don't trust him anymore. And see, girl, you gave him too many times. You gave him too many chances. You caught him 3 times. You know, like, why do you keep taking him back? Like, I get it, you guys have a kid together, but do you not see the pattern? You know what I mean? Like, do you not see the pattern that he's constantly cheating on you? This is me looking at you right now. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? You took him back after he cheated on you. Like, 1 time, I get it. But you took this man 3 times. Took him back 3 times, girl. 3. Like, did you not see the pattern? And that pattern is only going to continue. And he knows what he has to do in order to get you back. Like, whatever he's doing. So, definitely, like, think of all the pain he's caused. And he says he's not going to do it again. Like, to me, it just sounds like you're in a cycle. That's it. He does it. You get mad. He apologizes. Won't do it again. You take him back. Same thing happens over and over and over. And it's going to continue to happen. Like, how many more times are you going to let him disrespect you like that? Because, yes, he's basically saying, hey, my girl has a big old pendeja on her forehead, you know, and so I can get away with this stuff. That's what he's saying. I'm sorry to, like, say it like that. But that's what he's thinking. Because if he thinks that he can get away with it, over and over and over, you should just get it tattooed on your forehead. Okay, so say less. Leave because his mind is like, okay, she will forgive me. He knows you are easy to get past by. Cheat, you should leave. And buy, absolutely. Say less. All right, let me see. Bye, Felicia. See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta dip out. All right, next question. All right. Oh shit, already read that one. And my husband got a vasectomy. Now he thinks he has to finish in me every time. Honestly, don't hate it, but definitely don't want it every single S encounter. But it seems like his number one turn on. So how do I go about it? That one's a difficult one. You know what I mean? Because like once you get used to like finishing inside, that like why would you want to do it on them? You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying. Like is it like the afterwards that you have to clean it up and stuff like that? Like here's the thing. Sometimes you have to compromise with somebody. Would you rather him be like totally turned on by it and be like, oh, like he really gets turned on by the fact that he finishes in me, and then like do the little bit aftercare afterwards? You know what I mean? Because like, what if you bring it up and you're like, can you like stop finishing in me? And then he's gonna be like, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like, again, that's my thing. But if it's an aftercare issue, like, you know, obviously you have to go get cleaned up and stuff like that. Like I get it. That one's difficult because like if you were to tell the guy to be like, hey yo, like sorry, like let's not finish, like I think it would hurt his ego, or it may like make him feel some type of way. But sometimes that's why we gotta like compromise with somebody. You know what I mean? Like you have to compromise because like you said it really turns him on. Why wouldn't you want to do things that really turn him on? And vice versa. Like hopefully he's treating you like amazing, like to the point where you're just like, you know what, like it's a little bit of aftercare afterwards, but it's okay, you know, because like the way he treats me, like he deserved, like again, like you have to like, it's like a compromise. This is why communication, maybe telling him, hey, like if we do it early, like where I gotta keep working or something like that, or something like that, maybe not finish inside of me because like it takes a lot of work afterwards. You know what I mean? Like maybe some compromisation, deportation, tax. No, sure. That I think it's just best communicating with your partner because he's gonna take it however he's gonna take it. You know what I mean? Like you could bring it up, and he's gonna be like, "Yo, like why is it a problem?" You know? Or he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, okay, like I get it, I understand, like why you don't want me to finish in you." You know what I mean? Like, because everybody's gonna react differently. Is he gonna feel some type of way about it? To be honest, I think so. I think so because when you get used to something, like why to change it is gonna be like a little difficult. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little difficult because like that's something he used to and that's something he wants to do. So again, have that conversation with your partner and see how it goes from there. So, anyways, next question. All right. How do I get my husband to partake in hot ass scenes from fantasy books? Girl, okay, don't just be like, hey, let's do this, right? Show him the chapter, show him the pages. That way he knows it came from the book. Because, like, sometimes if you bring something up, they're like, where the fuck you get that position from? You know what I mean? So, hey, thank you, Daisy. I appreciate you. Show him in the book. Be like, yo, I read this in this book. Turned me on. We should try it. Show him. That way, because, like, some guys be weird out here. Be like, hey, we should try this. And in his head, he'll probably be like, where the fuck did you learn that? And, like, where'd you get this idea from? So, I would show him that. Be like, hey, we should try something like this. I think it would be, like, really hot. Okay? And then go from there and see if he wants to do it or not. And that's the way I would do it. Let him read it and be like, oh shit, that's kind of hot. That way he can see where it came from, and not like just something that you brought up, right? So, all right, let me just take a moment again. If you haven't listened to today's podcast or Monday's podcast episode, Uncomfortable Convos, definitely check it out. It's all, excuse me, it's about catfishing, catfishing, dick fishing, all sorts of fishing. Link is in the bio. Uncomfortable Convos. If you guys want to watch the video version, it's on YouTube. Link in the bio. Or if you guys want any audio platform, it's also linked in the bio. So definitely go check it out. Link in the bio. All right. Next question. We're friends with benefits. He has ED. Leave. is the only one getting benefits now. Few times we've tried having S. He goes off. It makes me feel like shit. So now he just gets his D hooked every time. I feel like he's just not attracted to me. Should I just end it? Girl, absolutely. Like, if you're right, it's not a friends with benefit. It's a friends with benefit, not benefits. Benefit. Because he gets benefited. You know what I mean? So if he's having a problem down there, doesn't want to get it fixed, we actually talk about this on today's podcast episode 2 about like people having ED or issues with their thing, staying up, hard, whatever the case may be. We talk about it on today's podcast episode. Maybe send him the link to the video or to the podcast and be like, great episode. And we talk about it on there. So if he doesn't want to get it fixed, find somebody else. Like, why are you just you're meeting up with this guy just to get him off? That's all you're meeting him for. Like, nothing's gonna happen to you. Does he even do anything for you? Like, does he even like please you? Like, does he just get his and all right, cool, we good, all right, later? You know what I mean? Like, he's the one winning. So definitely, like, if you're not getting satisfied, find somebody else. Or like, if you really like the dude for some reason, like he's only your friends with benefits, tell him to go get his shit fixed. Send him the podcast episode from yesterday. Link is in the bio. So we talk about ED. We talk about Limpy. Yeah, like, I'm just rhyming today. Like, what did I drink? I think I had a Red Bull earlier. Maybe the run helped. I'm out here just rhyming words. I should be a rapper soon. I'm just joking. Not gonna be a rapper. Imagine I move to Arizona to become a rapper. All right, hold on. Next question. I love having A, but I want to spice things up in bed. I want to ask him if I can eat his. I don't know how to tell him. Help me. Let me see. Ladies, how would you ask your man? If you asked your man, how would you ask? Would you just like poke it? Would you just go for it? Would you just like be like kind of lick it and then just be like, and then go back in and then, you know what I mean? Like, what do you guys do? Like, what is it like? Because just being honest, if I get touched anywhere around there, she's probably getting karate chopped. You know what I mean? Just throw his legs. Just throw those legs over his head, girl. I better not. My legs better not go over this head. I'll tell you that. Just slowly do it. I would just say turn around and just do it. Work your way there. Girl, that's not your man. You can find someone else. I mean, but you never know. Like, he actually might like it. He actually might like it. If you bring it up, he'd be like, first try it. See what happens, right? And be like, you know what I mean? And then after that, like, maybe a little boop, boop, and see what's happening. Like, you're going down on him and then just boop, yeah, and see what happens, right? And then be like, keep doing that. You'll be like, shit, all right. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Or just ask him. So maybe just asking him is going to be like, oh, shit, okay. Just be like, hey, Bobby, can I ask you a question? All right, next question. Next question. All right. Do men enjoy women who's get real wet during S? I can help that men make me. This is what I'm saying right now. Okay. That thing better be dripping down there. I better be wanting to wear a life jacket. I better feel like I'm going to drown sometimes. Like, that thing better be just like oozing out. Like, it's just crazy. Like, if most men enjoy it, the ones that don't are probably broken. There's something wrong with them. You know what I mean? Like, they got issues. Definitely not for you. Give them this look. Like, if they're like, you're too wet, just be like, don't even say anything. Just give them this look and just walk out. Just keep looking at them. Just be like, you could have had this WAP, but it's not for you now. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They could have had this wet, but now they can't. But girl, if you're getting super wet, like there's nothing wrong with that. That shit is hot. Most guys like that, and if they don't, probably something wrong with them. Just being honest. Just being honest. All right, hold on. Next question. My submissive ass loves being with his hands while my head is hanging off the edge of the bed and my mouth wide open, and well, you can guess the rest. Sad part, why we're still not official is because he's not divorced yet. Am I a bad person for this? We've been at it for a while now. Okay. I would only say it's bad if they're not in the process of separating. Like if they're filed for divorce, sometimes divorce takes a while, and then like if they're living together, yeah, bad situation. But if they're like separated, separate homes and things like that, okay, I get it. Nothing wrong with that. Edge of the bed, hot. You know, effing the mouth, hot. Okay, yes, please. Okay, but if they're still not even in the process of getting divorced, no, absolutely not. Because, or also you have to see like progress, because somebody could easily say, hey, I'm getting divorced. The wife's at home, happy as can be, because like she thinks the marriage is going great, nothing's going wrong. You know what I mean? So like it just depends on the situation. I need more context. Obviously, I don't have more context. And you also have to be careful after a divorce, because you could be the rebound. Like, let's be honest. Like sometimes you fall in love with the feelings with the person, not necessarily the person. You love how they're making you feel at the time. Like they're making you feel good. They're making you feel wanted, X, Y, and Z. But then after like a while, like he could probably be like, I don't really love her. I just love that she's giving me attention, giving me that cookie and stuff like that. So I would just wait. Like, I mean, you're already whole throat in, you know what I mean? So it's really hard to go back now, because once it goes in, it's really hard to stop. So is it a bad thing? Probably. Just saying. Next question. When I'm on top, my butt slaps his thighs. Sounds like weird to me, but I think he likes it. Is it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When you can hear the clapping, the slapping, like the macaroni cheese noises, like all that yogurt, like everything. Yes. Us men, us creatures are very visual and like to hear things. And the whole clapping is definitely like hitting up against the thighs, the butt, like all that. 100% hot. Okay, like definitely give me some of that. You know what I mean? Like I want this thing clapping right here. You know what I mean? Even the thighs. Okay, so it's definitely a turn on. Most guys like it. I'm not saying every guy, because again, there are some like broken ones out there that don't like it, and so it totally depends. Did I say macaroni cheese sounds? Yes. Have you ever that squishing, that all that yeah, all, but those are a huge turn on. Like definitely not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Okay, so all right, next question. My man and I regularly have. Hey, thank you, Princess, for the gift. The last chick was really into me, and I was into her more than him. And now he thinks I'm a lesbian. I was just enjoying the moment. Did I hurt his ego? Absolutely. Remember when I say that guys' egos are very sensitive, right? Like they can get hurt very easily. They can, like, you can hurt a guy's ego very easily. Like all you have to do is something like that. I definitely think that you hurt his ego, and like he's trying to like he's gonna act mad and stuff like that. But this is what happens when you step up your game, player. Step up your game. Like if you got out competed by a girl, then like you agreed to the threesome. Like what's up? Like your game has to be top tier. Like if you're going up against somebody, right? Okay, so you have to make sure that, hey, like you in this. Just remember who the man is, right? You know what I mean? But he agreed to the threesome, and like this is what happens. Like, what if it was the other way, right? What if he started feeling some type of way for the girl. You know what I mean? I'm sure that would upset you, like it. So you just have to think about both sides. Like, what if it happened? And this is the risk you run when you're having these type of situations. You know what I mean? I try to be careful what I say on the lives because they be super sensitive the way I say stuff. So, anyways, next question. All right. I love being submissive when it comes to having but out of the bedroom. I hate being submissive. Like, what the I love being submissive when it comes to having but out of the bedroom, I hate, girl. You can't, like, if you're going to have a dominant guy, right? Like, do you think they're going to be dominant outside of the bedroom? It's really hard to, like, balance both. You know what I mean? Like, so, um, and you have to compromise on some things. We talked about it on the podcast today too, like about compromising in certain things because you can't have it all. You know what I mean? Like, at least he's being dominant. There's plenty of girls on here who wish they could have a dominant person. You know what I mean? Like, wish they could be with somebody dominant. Oh, I want my man to throw me around. I want him to do the X, Y, and Z. But you got somebody who's actually doing X, Y, and Z to you, right? And so, hey, thank you, Princess, for the gift. I appreciate you. And so you can't have everything. Like, let's be honest. Like, you can't be like, I want him to be confident, like dominant in the bedroom, and then submissive out of the bedroom. Because if you get someone who's dominant, they're probably gonna be dominant outside of the relationship or outside of the bedroom too. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have both. And that's why, like, you have to compromise, like the whole compromising on different things. You know how some girls are like, oh, I want someone who's like 6 foot, well off, packing. Like, what if he's like 6 foot, well off, but not packing? Now what? You know what I mean? Like, but then this short dude was like short, but he's well off and he's packing. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you gotta make some compromises here. So you're in a tough little pickle there, miss. All right, hold on. Let me go into the next question. I've been married 25 years and I get turned on of thinking my husband effing another woman. I begged him to do it and he won't. How can I change his mind? I mean, maybe he really just doesn't want, maybe he's like really into you, right? And he doesn't want to step out of the relationship because he feels like he's cheating, or he feels like he's getting set up, okay? Because let's be honest, some people out here be fucking doing that, be like, hey, like, we should have a threesome. You know what? Yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Psych. It was a test. Like, what the fuck? You trying to still hook up with another? You know what I mean? Like, it could be. You never know. But to me, it kind of sounds like he just wants you for you. And if you've brought it up, like, hey, I want you to be with another woman, and I want to be in on it or something like that, because he could also be thinking like he wants you. You want him to be with another woman so you could be with another guy. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't know what is going on through his head or his train of thought. But I'm just going to say that he's really into you and he really doesn't want to be with anybody else. Because also, keep this in mind. What if he hooks up with this person and all of a sudden, like, he feels a certain type of way towards this person and no longer feels the same way towards you? Like, yes, this is definitely a risk you're taking because you don't know this person. You don't know how their energy is are interchange. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. And so, like, if they end up hooking up, what if he ends up like, fuck, I really like her. I don't like my wife anymore that much, you know? And if he doesn't want to, maybe it's a sign from the universe saying, like, hey, yo, like, just know if you let this man hook up with somebody else, like, if you force him, you might lose him completely. Because he might be like, yo, this is out here. Like, I've been dealing with this girl, like, and this is out here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, it could happen. Okay? Next question. Please answer my question. Okay. How do I tell the guy I would just met and hooked up with that his shrimp and I like his shrimp? Wait, hold on. You like his shrimp? Like, is it small or you like his thing, you know? And it's amazing without having it to go to his head. He asked what I thought about it, and all I said was multiple orgasms, don't need an explanation, but I like him to know that I want him. I mean, yeah, don't let it get to his head. You know what I mean? Like, because if it, depending on the guy, if you tell him and it gets to his head, he could be like, yeah, of course, I tear it down, right? But just maybe just flirt with him a little bit more. Hey, like I really want you to do that thing to me, or I can't wait to do this thing to you, and things like that. But straight up telling him that, oh, I mean, again, it depends on who it is. If it's just like a random dude, obviously you don't want it to go to his head because he knows like he's got you. um, but if it's like somebody that you're actually into and stuff like that, of course that shit is like that shit is like makes the guy feel good, gives him confidence in the bedroom, even more confidence to like be like, yeah, like she's loving what I'm doing. Like let me continue to do that and possibly be better. So, but anyways, this is the last question because we did a whole bunch of other questions and I just wanted to finish the questions real quick for you guys today. Is there a point that a man would leave his wife if he knows that that side is a good woman and the S is amazing? Been 8 months. Do men ever think that way, or is it just S? I'm telling you I'm telling you that most of the time they're gonna choose the wife. If they're like, oh, just give me some time. Oh, like I'm just waiting for this. No, they're gonna choose the wife. Like they're probably not gonna, because you've seen it when they cheat on their wives and they get caught. What do they try to do? They don't try to be like, all right, let me go find my side piece I was using. No, they're like, hey, my wife, come back here. Here's a ring. Here's a car. Here's this. Let's fix it. Let's do this. They rarely leave their wife for the mistress. Usually, not always the case, but most of the time, men don't leave. The woman is the one that had enough, or she's the one that leaves. That's the one the man is like, no. But even then, they still try to like get this person, or get their wife back. They'll be like, no, come back. I'm done. No, let's fix this. You know what I mean? They don't want to lose their wife. So that's what I'm saying. They're probably always going to choose the wife. Unless it's like a super shitty relationship, they'll be like, shit, fuck this. Like, I'm glad we're done, But most of the time, if they haven't left their wife, or if they're not in the process of leaving their wife, they're not going to leave them for you. They can tell, and they'll feed you whatever you want to hear too. They'll be like, oh no, you're my queen. We're going to be together. You just got to give me a little bit of time. Like, we're going to make it happen. Nah, he's not going to. He's just buying more time with you. He's breadcrumbing you. That way, you guys can continue to keep hooking up. You know what I mean? And giving you that false hope of like, oh, we're going to be together one day. We're going to be together one day. It's going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll tell you that right now. And I even had Jeanette a while back ago. This was like, I think last year. I had her on the podcast. And she even admitted to hooking up with a guy that was married. And the guy was promising her that he was going to leave his wife for her. And she's like, I was so dumb to believe it. It never happened. He ended up getting back with or fixing their situation with their wife. So definitely, like, if you think they're gonna leave their wife for you, probably not gonna happen. But also, if you guys haven't listened to yesterday's podcast episode, definitely check it out. Uncomfortable Convos. Link is in the bio. That's what it is right there. Uncomfortable Convos. Link is in the bio. We talked about catfishing, hatfishing, dick fishing, all sorts of fishing. We really did. And then we also talked about like guys having ED, different types of ED, like maybe their hormone levels, like drugs, X, Y, and Z, like even another girl, like it's all situational. We talked about it on the podcast, Ari and I. We talked about it in different ways. So definitely check it out. It's been a great episode. I hope a lot of guys listen to it, especially if they're having issues down there, because I hope it gives them the boost of confidence to go and get their stuff checked. You know what I mean? Because if they're younger, I talked about it on the podcast. I know this guy, older dude, and he takes it, and he's hard as you know what I mean? Like he's taking it hard, like, and he's messing, like him and his girl, they're going to town all the time, right? And he has no excuse. Late 50s, no excuse. Okay, so if your guy is under 50, he's making up excuses not to go get checked. So like we talk about a lot of that, obviously unfiltered on the podcast, because freaking TikTok and IG, if I start saying certain words and certain things they start taking me off of live, suspending me off live and stuff like that. So that's why I try to be careful what I say, because they're super sensitive. They're even sensitive about me playing music in the background. And they're also sensitive about me saying certain things. That's why you see me blur them out on the questions, because they're sensitive. What age does it start? So testosterone can happen at any age. It depends on your body. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who have to take it ever like super young, right? There's it. It totally depends on the person. Like, there's people, like, I know some people in their 20s taking it, because that just, it's the foods they're eating, their habits and stuff like that. So it makes their, like, how they produce testosterone, it just drops, right? And it's also a thyroid issue. Like, I talked about, my issue was a thyroid issue. You know what I mean? Like, that was like, had my S drive super low because of my thyroid issue. And there's so many things, and I never want to diagnose somebody, because one, I'm not a fucking doctor, but I know that there's something that they can do. Imagine, like, the worst thing they could do is, like, you go in there and be like, yo, sorry bro, you're helpless, thing is limpy forever. And I guarantee you they probably won't say that. They're probably gonna be like, oh, it's because your body's low in this, we just need to give you some of this. And then all of a sudden, guess what, you're back in business, all because you went to go get your fucking blood work checked. You know what I mean? But again, also it has to do with, like, medications, maybe a side effect of some certain medications, certain hard drugs, meaning, like, if you're, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to affect it. A lot of drinking is going to affect it too. And we also talked about this situation that happens, right? There's a situation where, like, when you're into somebody, like, you're into that person. So, like, if another person comes into your life, you're kind of be like, no, like, I like this person. So that sometimes happens, but, like, the opposite, like, your wife is the person that you're supposed to be into, right? But then this, like, side piece comes, and you're, like, feeling a lot of feelings for this person. So, like, when your wife is trying to do something with you, now you're just like, nah, like, I really don't want to do that. Like, I don't get turned on as much by you. Like, this person, just the thought of her, it just, you know what I mean? So it totally depends. There's so many different factors, but we go over a lot of them on the podcast. People have been loving it. Link is in the bio. I share the clips all the time. If you see the podcast mics, that's from the podcast, clips from the podcast. If you don't see a mic in the video clips, then it's from just TikTok videos. So definitely go check it out. The other lives, if you guys asked the question and you guys missed it, it's probably on one of the YouTube videos. Anytime I do the live questions, I record them and I post them on YouTube. I clip them up too, and then I post them as videos as well. But you can see the full live on YouTube. I upload them all the time. Like, after this one, I'm gonna go and export it to my computer and try to upload it. So, and the increase of corn addiction, absolutely. Like, that also, like, that's why I mean, like, there's a bunch of different factors. It's not necessarily one. So I hate when people ask me, what's the problem? Well, I need to know more, you know what I mean? But again, I'm also not a doctor. That's why I like giving different examples, you know what I mean, of why some of those situations happen. You know, alcohol, diabetes, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of different factors. But the best thing you can do is to go get checked. And, you know, I can't really tell more than that, because, like, I hate it when people want me to diagnose their man, again, when I'm not a doctor. So definitely check out the podcast episode. And there's plenty of other podcast episodes on there. We do a new episode every week. We talked about eating booty, cheating, dating apps, you know, freakiness, like being freaky, like social medias, like ways to like 10 ways to see if your man is cheating or your girl's cheating, if they're being shady, like all sorts of topics. If it has to deal with being relationship, intimacy, like couples and stuff like that, we do episodes based off of that. And then I got this cool card deck coming in soon that has like really deep questions that's going to be able to like not only whoever I do a podcast episode with talk about those conversations, but if you're listening to it, you're going to be able to think about your own answer to the question. You know what I mean? Because everyone, like, you ask a deep question, you may have a different answer than I have answer. So you know what I mean? So it totally depends. But I'm excited for all that. You guys been loving the podcast episodes. I've been loving doing them. You guys are fun. All the feedback that I get is awesome. Hold on. Anything can affect down there. I mean, yeah, like, but the best thing you can do, like, is to get checked down there. That way you can have the best experience possible, you know? And even tell them, like, if they don't want to go get checked, be like, oh, so you want it to get to the point where I go and find somebody else to take care of me down there? Because it's what's going to happen, right? Like, you're going to get to the point where you crave it so much that you're going to step out of the relationship to go find it somewhere else. Sounds like a lot of good things coming. Absolutely. Good topics as always. Well, thank you. And I love doing them because you guys absolutely love the podcast, and I love doing them for you guys. And then Ari's been on a bunch of episodes too, and you guys love it when we do like the two people on the episode, because you get two different perspectives, you know, instead of me just like rambling on, because I can ramble. Trust me, I can talk. Obviously, if you can like been into the lives, you know. I think this guy is breadcrumbing me. He shows me he really likes me, but then he pulls back. Why? Because he's really not into you. If you notice you're getting breadcrumbed, then it's probably like, that's probably what it is. He's really not into you. If you feel a hot and cold type of situation, that's probably what it is, because like you can feel that. And if you have to ask or like come on here and comment, trust your gut feeling. Like, that's what he's doing. And sometimes some people don't want to accept the fact that what they're feeling is true. Meaning, like, if you feel like you're getting breadcrumbed, you probably are, you know. And are you gonna how much longer are you gonna continue to let this guy breadcrumb you? Because at one point you have to have a little bit of respect for yourself and be like, yo, I'm done. Like, I need someone who's gonna treat me amazing, treat me like a queen, and you know, and there's somebody out there that will do that for you. But the reason you haven't found them is because you keep giving this other person who's not treating you right your time and your effort and like seeing where that goes. No, if it's not working out, you're not getting what you want, move on. You know what I mean? And he had his chance. He had your attention. He had his chance to win you over. He had his chance and he blew it. Like, shit, show him that he blew it. Be like, you had your chance, buddy. Sorry. You know, like, if you have to force somebody to like you, come on now. I got breadcrumb, love bomb. It's hard because it's attachment. It's hard to let go. Absolutely. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be easy to let go of this person. Like, breakups suck. Separation sucks. But the best thing that you can do, I would rather go through a heartbreak than live like that. Like, just think about that. I would rather go through that pain of a heartbreak than be living with the fact that, damn, this person is, like, breadcrumbing me, not really being that person for me. Like, I would rather go through a breakup. I would rather, because the pain through a breakup is temporary. You know what I mean? Like, the longer you stay, like, and now you're just spending more time with this person, and then there's going to be a breakup. You know, like, you just wasted even more time. Excuse me. So just definitely think about that. Like, how much more time are you willing to spend on this person that is breadcrumbing? Because if you notice it, if you guys notice that you guys are getting breadcrumbed or something like that is happening, do I really have to tell you? I ghosted my sneaky link 8 months ago because I was catching feelings, and he still texts me. Why? Because he wants to get that cookie again. Like, if he really wanted you, be like, yo, let's actually make something happen. Oh, shit, it disconnected. Oh, my TikTok disconnected for inactivity, I guess. So, anyways, hold on. Let me restart it real quick, just so I can end it. I don't want people to just like think I dipped out on him. But yeah, he's coming back because he wants to get another taste. He wants to get another taste of that cookie. And if you're gonna give him another taste, then guess what? Like, if you know he's just a sneaky link and that's all you wanted him for, then let him go. How do you tell someone that their penis is dang, girl? Go get some like tell him straight up. Be like, yo, before we hook up, you gotta shower. You gotta wash that thing. You know what I mean? Like, you have to tell him. Like, how else is he gonna know if you don't tell him that his shit stink? There's no nice way to say it. You can't be like, hey babe, I love you so much. Like, you're the best in the world. but your penis kind of stinks. You know what I mean? Like, just be like, yo, buddy, this thing right here, right here, right here, this thing right here, PU, brother. PU, brother. um, or just go in the shower and just like scrub it real quick for you, like, and be like, hey, let's shower real quick. Now, like, tell them straight up. You know what I mean? Like, especially if this is somebody you're with, tell them, hey, yo, buddy, come on. Like, you have to wash it at least. Come on now. Be like, oh yeah, I'll go down, but go take a shower real quick. Then he's gonna learn. He's like, oh shit, my bad. Like, it kind of stinks, my bad. She don't like it. What? You don't like it all musty? Or just return the favor. Make sure your stuff is musty as fuck, okay? And then be like, yo, this is how you bringing me that thing. So here's this thing, the same energy, buddy. So, come on, hygiene, fellas, hygiene. But anyways, bring out the zote. Yeah, or something like fuck, like do something. Could never be me, zote. But anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna be going live again on Thursday. It's probably gonna be from my parents' house because I'm going to Idaho on Thursday. Going back to get my wisdom teeth taken out and then hang out with some fam. And then I'll be back here in Arizona on Sunday. But definitely, I'm still gonna go live. I'm gonna be posting. Hopefully, I can go live a little bit more while I'm over there. If you guys haven't listened to the podcast, definitely go listen to it. Uncomfortable Convos. Link is in the bio. That's what it's called right there. You see it. Link is in the bio. You can definitely check it out. Yesterday's podcast episode was amazing. Catfishing, hat fishing, dick fishing, all types of fishing. It's in there. And then also ED issues, like, limpy dick issues, things like that. So, but definitely check it out. Thank you guys for joining. We do these lives I go live Monday and Thursdays, but once a month I do the questions live. Like, I'll post on my Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Shout out to everyone on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll post it on there. Be like, hey, doing the next one is going to be the December live questions. Then you can ask questions, and then you'll be featured on here. But if not, like, I randomly post like, hey, ask anonymous questions. Those won't be featured on a live, but I'll eventually get to those questions and record videos. Or you can just send me a DM, and I cut everyone's name out. I never post people's information because by the time I even get to the question anyways, I forget who wrote it, who sent it. Because I go through and I screenshot a bunch of them, and then I'm like, all right, I have these that I need to record. And then finally when I sit down to record, I'm like, well, I'm not who sent this. I'm just like, oh, okay, next. So anyways, thank you guys for checking me out today. Definitely, if you missed part of the live, YouTube, it should be up by tomorrow. So the DMs would allow me to send. Yes, you can message request, and you should be able to. So, and that's where I go and screenshot a lot of them too. Like, just saying, I went through and screenshotted a bunch because I think I'm gonna record some tomorrow night. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. So definitely put the notification thing to come and see me. So again, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.